Okay, folks, this is probably my last time recording this. This is Thrifty Gamer 83 here, bringing you my beef of the current generation games, which really don't offer much in terms of a difficulty setting. It's either self-adaptive difficulty, which makes the game too easy at times, because then you can just die hundreds of times, or it doesn't really offer you an option to turn up the difficulty at all. One game which really saddened me with this approach, not with self-adaptive, but with just being too easy, was Deus Ex Human Revolutions. I own it for the PlayStation 3. I beat it, and I was disappointed because when you beat the game on easy, it's basically repetition as you go up the levels. You get used to the game more and more and how difficult it can be. There's no extra added content, even when you download the content, downloadable content. It just, there's nothing there. And I'm playing Resident Evil 5 now, and I'm seeing there's nothing there. There's nothing there, survival horror. It's all too easy. I think back to Nintendo, when it was basically game over and you suck. And there's not that type anymore. I'm sorry, it's just glossed over. It's feel good now. You don't suck. No. We'll just give you a little extra. And with Resident Evil 5, you get a herb, you get handgun ammunition, you get places to hide. It's really unsettling, because no longer is it atmospheric or a horrific filled adventure. Instead, it's just mindless run and gun. There's no survival horror element to it anymore. I played Resident Evil 2 on Halloween, and I was more scared playing it down here in my lovely recording office, the basement, than I was never playing Resident Evil 5. There's no jump scares. There's nothing to beating the current games of this generation now. There's no Rayman platformer. There's no F-Zero GX to shake it up. Even Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U is harder than some of the currently released racing games which we're seeing. And it's shockingly sad and also dumbfounding, just what we lose. And every time we try to say, well, you know, it's being honest. Well, we're not terrible gamers. We're really not. We just want a challenge. And if we put the game down for a few days or a few weeks and get back to it, that's all part of it. I remember it took me 3 months to beat Secret of Mana. Continually getting creamed by the Mana Beast. It took me 3 months to beat the game. And after that, I just felt an accomplishment. Bear in mind that was the late 90s and I was just a teenager, so yeah. And games don't offer that challenge now. I don't see a game like Star Ocean, which challenges not just for tactics, but for an arcade style. And it doesn't say game over, and it doesn't jump out at you anymore. There's no difficulty challenging enough that you want to stop playing and reformulate. Everything's become too easy. And I think companies like Capcom, and others need to go back to their roots and go back to the harshest difficulties imaginable that they can. I'd like to see Resident Evil HD, the remake, not be lost in translation, not be lost as a transitional. I wanted to see retain its composure and retain the elements which made it one of the most terrifying games to ever be played. Sure, the voice acting sucked, but it was wow. You round that first corner, the zombies bitten right through your friend's neck, and you are frenzied. I saw that when I was 13, folks. Wow. We need gaming to make a comeback in difficulty. We need it to come back. Please, Capcom. Bring it back. With Resident Evil 7, if you ever bring it out, bring something like that. Limited ammunition. Limited health supplies. Rant, rave, love, hate. I say this all the time. Subscribe. I hope to see you next week, folks, and I will be wrapping up a review of Beautiful Joe soon. Have a good one.